Hey yo, Go Format players, it's Skilled Brown Magician here, and I have the Fire Spirit Turbo replays for you. I know you've been dying to see them. So the first one is going to be against a Horse Level Up deck. So let me go ahead and showcase the things that this deck can do. So this one's really interesting, and you can see just the combo trees I was talking about in the deck profile. They really are showcased here. It can do some interesting things. So obviously, open with the piece of the Trinity. Always nice to see. Graceful is really good in this deck. Discarding does not hurt us at all. So we get rid of 2. And it's interesting. So I just set Spy and I set Solemn. And he actually has a pretty good play himself. He has Graceful. So it's not just a blowout. So let's see. So he has a pretty nice play here. He actually has a lot of the higher level dragons in hand, but he's actually still able to make it work. He has 2 level up. So he has to discard his 2. He gets rid of one of his dragons. And this is a nice play. He goes into creature swap and he steals my spy to give me Sangan. So not bad. And this is where it just becomes kind of ridiculous because Gillosaurus, like I said, you can special summon him very often. Because even though he has a monster engraved, like fortunately he can't summon it, but you can special summon him in a lot of scenarios where your opponent's not actually able to get the positive effect, right? So there's often times where you can just bring him out for free, even though it's not first turn or second turn. So it's really nice. So you see, even this guy, he's like, wow, Gillosaurus, even he respects the spice. So check this out. So I already have a nasty combo because I have the fodder, not only for Jinzo, because that's my normal summon now. So that was my normal summon. So I have no more traps. I don't have to worry about traps. Banish, go into BLS. And I know he's playing a dragon deck, so I don't figure that he has a spy. So I know I can swing in, and he takes a big shot there. So I bring him down to 16, and next play he draws. He has no follow-up. And that's game. All right. So that's game 1. You can kind of see the interesting combos. This one against the smoke-free deck, it really pops off. First turn, you just see the ridiculousness with Gillosaurus and just what he can do for you. It's awesome. It's awesome. So you would think. So I get fortunate again, Pot of Greed, showing you these highlight reels. But I get Pot of Greed, and now I have double Gillosaurus in hand first turn, and I have 3 double tribute monsters that I can bring out. So check this out. This draw power is so ridiculous. Okay, so I get my Thunder Dragons, then activate Precious. Now I have that draw 2, that extra Pot of Greed effect, and guess what? Double Gillosaurus first turn, tribute them off, go into Demock, get Pot of Greed, and I already get 2 cards off of Precious. So I draw, declare, draw, Pot of Greed, draw. Oh my gosh, come on, guys. That's so fun. Like, it's too fun. What kind of deck has that kind of combo potential? It's just really interesting, and it's something you haven't played before. So it really pops off. We're just going to kind of go through. We'll see what he plays. So he's playing Smokefreed. He doesn't hit me with Duo. He knows that I have the Thunder Dragons. He knows I have a lot of stuff in hand, and he doesn't have anything. He has Ring, Blast with Chain, but just a set Kaiku. So he does have Ring. And let's see. So I have nothing to take with Brain Control, but I do know I have 2 Gravekeeper Spies, so I have follow-up. and I actually have the fodder. I know I'm gonna have the fodder for BLS when I draw into him, which could potentially be soon because I have my engines and I have it protected with Solemn. What's nice is I have the Nobleman, so I get knock, I attack in. That's when he uses bring. But what's nice is that this deck, it's defensive as well because it knows that it needs to stall until it can accumulate combo pieces. What's a better stall card than Gravekeeper Spy? And I have it protected with the Solemn Judgment. So I have that. We're going to see his play. He sets his Mirror Force, sets Bluff. Bluff, bluff, but he does set Mirror. So this turn, I get Cyberjar, makes things interesting. But I just set again because I'm going to play it safe. And I think, did I use my third? I haven't used my third Gravekeeper Spy, but I'm just waiting until, well, we'll see what I'm waiting for. I'm actually not sure. Okay, so he goes into DD and he flips, so I get another Spy. What's nice about this is that he actually doesn't banish, doesn't want to use a banish. He would rather sit on it so that I have to swing into it. But little does he know, I'm not going to have to swing into it. And then this is, okay, this is what I was waiting for. I just wanted to get the True Nade, and I just wanted to clear it because I knew I could swing in and hit really hard. But I wanted to wait for True Nade. Okay, so I do have True Nade. And now, here's where it becomes ridiculous. I say, get rid of all your stuff. He has nothing to activate in response, but even if he did have something to activate in response, I could still chain Solemn, so I could stop it. So I return my Solemn and my Precious back to hand. Totally fine, because now, this is where I open him up. This is disgusting. I say, Brain Control, that DD Warrior lady you saved, thanks. I'm going to use it now. I pull out Precious, Tribute, Tribute. Guess what? Draw two. Draw, draw. He has nothing on field, no back row. I bounced everything back in hand with Giant True Nade. I'm going to swing in with Hino, who says, discard all of your cards during the next draw phase before they draw. So next turn, he's going to have nothing. Will literally have nothing. So much draw power in this deck. And then flip, flip. I actually have enough to swing for game. I mean, look at that. That's 52. That's a lot. That's not bad. And I definitely had follow-up plays. Even though Hino would have disappeared, I still had so many follow-up plays. I mean, I could have went into a Phoenix next turn and gotten another two draws. And I had brain control. So this deck, it has so much. Okay, so this is the one where I truly show you. I was talking about this in the deck profile. I had like 15 cards in hand here. It's so funny. It's so funny. The guy quits before I even pull off the full combo, but I played through it just so you guys can see. So let me pause here. So Sets Apprentice, Magical Hats, interesting. So I don't really have anything yet, so I'm gonna wait because he has a face down. I do have Gilla, which is a free summon, but I have no single tributes right now. So kind of a brick hand, but I'm able to weather the storm. So he flips Apprentice, just swings in. I can take that, no problem. I don't really care too much about life points. It's only when I start getting in the range where you can't use brain control anymore, that's when it becomes an issue. But for now, I can weather it. He swings in. Now he starts poking me with 19. This might become an issue. But what do I draw into? A Spy. So I top deck. That's why this deck is nice, because it does play defensively. It seems like a very strange strategy, but it can play defensively for sure, and it can stand. So here's where he makes a mistake, because card destruction is this deck's ally. I love card destruction in this deck. Check this out. So I was telling you I had kind of a brick hand, but I did set probably my two best cards in Solemn Judgment and Spy, because these are all I can afford to get rid of them. Because Sacred Phoenix, I'm just going to bring back from grave anyways. And then if I bring Demok back, even better, because I can get him back easily with Prima. So get rid of all of our cards, and what I draw into, I got exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. I got the giant Trunade, which I know that's going to open the way because I already have a set Solemn. So my Trunade is going to go off, more or less. So, unfortunately for him, now he summons my second tribute material. So, if I had something, I could have tributed it off. But this is where it pot agreed. This is where it goes crazy. Check out the cards in hand and then check out this play. So I get Prima. I have Prima. So I have so many options here. Card destruction was so bad for him. I go into Prima and I just say, hey, I want even more draw power. And I go into Prima, I don't even care because I have a set Solemn. So if he had something to chain, which he doesn't, I didn't even care. So I bring out Demock. I say, give me more draws. And I get card destruction. This guy knows, and I get my second Trunade. So now I'm popping off with Prima. I haven't even normal summoned yet. This is all special summons, no normal summons yet. So I go Giant Trunade, and he pretty much knows he's going to get comboed. So I get rid of my stuff, totally fine. Prima, we're bringing back Nephthys. We got Phoenix on deck. Doesn't care about destruction. I say, give me your Apprentice, because I'm going to tribute that off so you can't get its effect. Go into Hino to swing over your skilled Dark Magician. Sorry, guy. That's funny. And the combo's not even over. I can still go into so many plays. So he knows that he's done for. So what I end up doing is I set that was pointless. I didn't need to set them. But I just go Giant Trunade so I can pop off. And he just admits defeat. But I want to show you what I could have done because I actually get game shot here. This deck is so aggro. So I'm able to kind of clear out my hand. I want to keep all my good cards. And then what I have now, I have a Prima, Solemn, Brain Control. So technically I could take a skill Dark, but I already tributed and I'd rather get a stronger card instead. So here's what I end up doing. This is so disgusting because I get rid of Jinzo and Spy. So he would have had to get rid of all 5 of these. And I draw 2. I get BLS, but unfortunately, I don't have the lights and darks because I just didn't hit Thunder Dragon and this crazy draw. Probably, I mean, I went through 22 of my cards, right? Insane. And he would have had to discard all of his cards with card destruction, draw another 5. Then here's what I would have done. I would have went Knock, get rid of Faith, which, think about this. When I deal damage with Hino, even if I had to swing into Faith, face down, whatever he gets back from Grave, which card destruction, I don't know how great that is, especially when you only have 1 card in hand. But I mean, he would get that card back and he would have to discard it anyways because of Hino. So Hino ignores Magician of Faith, Sangan, Mask of Darkness, super dope. So I go Knock, get rid of this. I still have Prima to bring back my now in the graveyard Jinzo. So I would have had 2400, 28, 28, 12, 24, only skilled Dark Magician holding the line. And because he's in attack, I would have gotten that battle damage. Swing, 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 swing. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know, guys. I love this deck. I really hope you give it a shot. It's so much fun. I'm going to be posting a couple more showcase duels with this deck because I have just a handful more replays that I really think showcase the grind game of the deck and just showcase this deck pops off. I love showing these replays because it was so fun for me to pull these off. And I hope that you guys can pull off some similar crazy nutty combos like this. Let me know. Man, I love making these decks for you guys. Please let me know if there's anything that you were considering building. I have a couple in the works, and I'm excited to keep building decks for you guys. Hope you enjoy the content and take care. Peace.